Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?
Tonight, we are recapping the week's nerdy news from the small screen to the big screen and everywhere in between. My name is Mike Gibson. With me as always, Steve Haller. What's up, Steve?
Could also be from the small Star Wars characters to the large Star Wars characters and everywhere in between, because we saw both in that trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu.
You mean large as far as like
hut size,
recognition and fame, or just actual size?
Yeah,
Okay,
like physical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. And yes, that is going to be our lead story. The first trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu. We'll be talking about it, digging into it. But first, we must tell you that this very podcast is sponsored by Funky Town Comics and Vinyl in Camillus, New York, and also in Cicero, New York. That's right. They have a second location that had its grand opening this past Saturday. Steve, I believe you were there. Is that correct? I was not able to make it, but how was it?
I was there. The store is awesome. I actually ran into friend of the pod, Brandon from Middle of Nowhere Comics on YouTube. Much love to him and the whole crew up there, the Funky Bunch. They killed it on the opener. Killer art from Matt Flint. They did a bunch of giveaways. In general, the store is awesome. If you're up near, it's basically on the corner of 31 and 11 in Cicero. So if you're either heading down Route 81 or in that area, feel free to give the northern reaches of Funky Town Comics and Vinyl a nice visit.
Yeah. And I know you posted something on our social media. Did we talk about on the episode the hardships being
I don't think we have
by Brandon and from Mon Comics? I don't think we talked about it, but our friend Brandon, you may have a few months ago, we were on an episode of his podcast talking about our favorite comic books. Hopefully we'll be able to do that again sometime soon, but who knows when that's possible, because unfortunately, a week or two ago, Brandon and his family were victims of a house fire and lost their entire house and most of their belongings and possessions. The family and pets made it out okay, but obviously just a lot of stuff lost, unfortunately. And I believe there is a GoFundMe.
Yep, there is.
Set up.
If you check our socials, and I can't remember if I put something up on YouTube as well, but I'll throw it in the link for the show notes. There is a GoFundMe set up for him as well, just to get him back on his feet and whatnot. I did.
Yeah.
I talked to him for a good bit on Saturday, whatever day that was.
Yep.
Saturday. And it was, he's in good spirits. Everything's going as smooth as it can be, and just glad he and the crew are safe. And
yes.
We're thinking about you, buddy.
Yep. Much love and thoughts being sent his way. One other item of business that I'm going to start talking about, because I don't want to forget to talk about it, but I, as a comic book writer, will be present at this year's Retro Game Con in Syracuse, New York. I'll be there all 3 days, October 10th, 11th, and 12th at the On Center Convention Center in Syracuse, New York. This is a show. Actually know one of the founders of this show. It's one that has started here and started very small and has just continued to grow and grow and grow. I'm incredibly excited to be vending there, to have a table there. Friend of the show, previously mentioned Matt Flint, will also be there, I believe.
Yep.
I will be selling copies of my comic books, and for the first time, I'll be selling more than one book. I'll have the good old Amazing Shakes #1. I'll also have Crown of Bones #1. And unless there's some incredible major delay with the printer that I'm working with, I will have copies of my new book, I Brought a Gorilla to a Gunfight, available as well.
With the aforementioned Matt Flint. Seems to be a recurring theme today.
Sure is, for now. So yeah, check out, you can get tickets and find information on Retro Game Con at their website, retrogamecon.com. So check that out. Again, I'll be there. Very excited about it. Come say hi.
Nice. I'm also going to start at the beginning of the show plugging. Please, if you're watching us on YouTube, like, subscribe. If you're catching us in your ear holes, check out Apple Podcasts or Spotify and review us on your podcatcher of choice. Hopefully positive reviews. Yeah, if you want to catch up with us, we're on the socials anywhere that you would actually want to be as the Multiverse Report. So
pretty smart decision over 3 years into this podcast to start saying that at the beginning of the podcast instead of an hour to an hour and a half.
Right.
Later.
When most people have completely lost anything, any interest. We do also have a Patreon at patreon.com/the Multiverse Report, but nobody knew that because we always say it at the end.
Yes. Yeah, we should start doing that ahead of time.
Hindsight.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, 3 years in, we're working the kinks out, man.
We're figuring it out. We're little and we're learning. Anyway, so I'm excited to talk about this. Steve, you and I have barely shared any thoughts on it whatsoever. A couple text or two back and forth this morning. It was a surprise drop. We got the first trailer for the next Star Wars feature film. That movie is called The Mandalorian and Grogu. Now, I had kind of called that this was going to happen in our text thread between myself and you and Matt Seda, that Disney was probably going to drop this soon because for the last few days, a lot of people have been very mad at Disney for firing Jimmy Kimmel.
Right. Well, I was at Disney. They did that.
Yeah. But then Disney lost like $7 billion in stocks and subscription fees to people who were canceling their Disney Plus things left and right. My wife and I were talking about doing it. To be honest with you, I was like, honestly, all I got to do, I don't own Blu-ray copies of the original Star Wars trilogy. I have like DVD copies that aren't great anymore. And I was a real anti special edition guy, so I didn't want to buy any like new Blu-ray copies. And I was kind of holding out. I was like, maybe they'll release the originals. And I'm still kind of like, maybe
next year they might.
Anniversary, maybe they will.
Yep.
I'm holding out hope. But I was like, well, if we cancel our Disney Plus subscription, I'll just buy those on Blu-ray and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll be more or less fine. I can rent Thunderbolts if I want to watch it again or whatever. That's fine. Great.
The original trilogy on Blu-ray, my in-laws, they had a stretch where they just absolutely nailed birthday and Christmas. It was for my birthday, the Blu-rays of, actually it was the first 6 because it was when they first put the big box set out, was that, and then for Christmas was the Indiana Jones one.
Oh, dope.
And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm good.
Set.
And I think within the next couple of weeks, after watching the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular again, my son wants to watch Raiders. So
time for Raiders.
I think it's game time here.
That's such a great movie.
It really
I've seen that so many times and I'll watch it. Like the beginning of Raiders is enough to suck in.
Oh yeah.
He's 7. Your son is 7.
8.
8. Oh yeah.
Birthday.
Okay.
Just
He'll be
recently.
sucked in by the beginning, and then there's like, you just got to get through like 10 minutes of exposition, and then you're good for the rest of the movie.
Right.
It's like action after action scene after action scene. Like cool. Well, good luck with that. Let me know
it'll be good.
What he thinks of Raiders.
I feel as though prepubescent, like the reaction of prepubescent me to Karen Allen compared to the 8-year-old's reaction to Karen Allen is going to be very different. But
she is so gorgeous in that movie. It's unbelievable. Smile, like the biggest smile you've ever seen in your life. Just gorgeous. Anyway, huge tangent. I was right in my prediction.
You were.
I said that, and then 2 days later, Disney dropped the trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu, and coincidentally, the same day that they announced that Jimmy Kimmel's coming back.
Yay, everybody's happy again.
Losing billions of dollars. Hooray. Anyway, so here, this was definitely more of a teaser. Steve, I know you and I, we know what we think a teaser is versus a trailer. The official post on YouTube from the Star Wars YouTube account says first trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu. This is a 1.5 minutes long, and there's almost no dialogue in it.
And so, to be fair, I don't mind that they're considering this a trailer. Like I'm now, and we've talked about it on the pod quite a bit. I think both of us are in the less is more. If you can show us enough to grab us without showing us anything, even better.
Yes.
And initial impressions, this did that to me.
And yeah, and it is in line with many Star Wars trailers. I think most Star Wars trailers really that do a good job of showing you cool visuals, reminding you, hey, remember these things that you like? Remember Star Wars? This is what Star Wars is looking like. This is a new Star Wars, but without telling you anything that's going to happen in the movie. I remember your favorite movie, Rise of Skywalker, did that incredibly well, where the trailers for that movie were excellent and gave you absolutely no story.
Yeah.
It's probably because they were still writing it after the trailers came out.
Well, the trailers were as disjointed as the movie was, so it worked out well. They
Yeah, but it was
foreshadowed
also
the
just,
appropriate
like,
movie.
Great, incredible imagery after incredible imagery after
Right.
incredible imagery, and then you're like, oh, there's no story threading these together at all.
Yeah,
It's
so
like,
it was
yeah,
the movie.
Looks great.
It
but
was
yeah.
perfect.
Yes. Yeah.
They foreshadowed what they created.
The thing that they showed in the trailer was my favorite scene in Rise of Skywalker is the only scene that isn't going at an absolute breakneck pace, which is Rey cutting the wing off of the TIE fighter.
Yeah.
It's like the whole movie slows down and just like, we're just going to show this slowly and make it look like a regular movie and not just like cutting from plot, 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 plot. And that was like, to me, I was like, oh, this movie's going to be great.
Yeah.
Because this is what they're going to like slow meditational camera moves, and she's going to do a cool thing and do a cool thing I've never seen before. But then, we know what happened. Anyway,
Ooh, squirrel. That's the best.
We've now gone off on 2 tangents, and we haven't even started talking about the actual trailer yet.
I just had something pop into my head that I need to convey. The Rise of Skywalker is paced approximately like Doug from Up. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel,
Wow.
squirrel.
Wow, yeah, you're right.
It's just
not a bad analogy.
Everywhere.
It's not a bad analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. I watched it probably at least 5 times today because it was so short. I think I watched it 3 times in a row. Then I watched it twice with my son and my wife. What do you think, Steve? What are we thinking? You're someone that was not inherently excited about this movie when they announced it. Neither of us are crazy about the title, but that's what the title is for sure. So, Steve, as the more negative Nancy regarding Mandalorian and Grogu, did this trailer do anything for you? What did you think?
It made me excited to watch it. It also made me realize some of the things I very much dislike about the whole Mandalorian and Grogu thing in general.
Okay.
And this is going to be a very hot take.
Okay. Hit me.
I don't know if I like Grogu. This is, I know it's the hottest of hot takes.
Scalding hot take, dude. Scalding hot take.
Like
what? What is there not to like? He's adorable.
He is. But it was just like, I don't know. There was something, I don't know if it's the way he moves where like, it doesn't feel, something feels weird about every time I'm watching. And it did during Mandalorian. This is not something new for me. It's just something that I'm articulating at this point. And I'm sorry we're blowing this tangent off right off the bat.
It's okay. No, now we're actually talking about the content of the trailer at least, or spinning out of it. So yeah.
But like, and I think I was always able to excuse it because, TV budgets, whatever. Like his weird, awkward hopping that looks like he's a goddamn hand puppet.
Well, he is.
No, he is.
He's a marionette. He's a marionette or something, isn't he? Yeah.
But like, you look at Yoda or any of the other like Muppetry that has been used in Star Wars. Like, look at the Cantina Band. Look at any of the like, even the CG stuff like Sice Noodles and all that shit was done in a way that the walking and movements looked remotely organic instead of I'm just a hand that's moving like this the whole time. And Grogu is cute as hell. I love the character in general, but I just had to get that off my chest that something really freaking bugs me about this.
I have bumped up against that as well watching Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I was just like, they can't make him move any like smoother than that or whatever. But at the same time,
it's like I took my son's like action figure up there that he has like
Yes,
the
it's
dude,
exactly
and just like I was moving him like this.
because that's exactly what they're
I
doing.
know,
Yeah.
but like
But
the magic
the
is
what
lost. Like, where
but what
is the
I
ILM shit?
well, see, what I feel about that is that I would much rather them do that because they're using a practical puppet than to just do something that looks like a CGI cartoon and isn't really there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because as much as he is waddling and it looks like someone moving an action figure, it's a real physical thing that Pedro Pascal can pick up and, cuddle with or talk
Oh
to
yeah.
or whatever. I would rather it look a little janky and be real than look like an emotionless CGI cartoon that I know for a fact is not there.
Yeah, but
That's what I think.
there had to be a better compromise on this. Like I know in the movie they end up like, no matter what, they had to do him like that because that's how he's been the whole time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like now, I think that's just how he moves. Like that's canonical. He just looks like that. Now, that's the way you have to think about it. Like that's how Grogu walks.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it bothered me until I watched this trailer, and I might have been expecting something different. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know if I like this.
Like you thought they would figure out, because it's a movie. You thought they'd like figure out a new way to make him
right.
move
Even
or
if it's
whatever.
just like some alternate articulation, there's no articulation in the entire body outside of.
Yeah. Right.
Like the dude's got arms, like they've got joints in them. Use them.
Right.
We know Yoda has appendages that function.
Yeah.
Yaddle,
or
same
like,
deal.
Even if you just saw like his little feet sticking out from under his robe, but you don't.
Something.
It's just robe all the way down to the floor. Like, give me some little toes coming out so I can see some articulation there.
Also, for the record, Richard is calling out that I am now officially completely canceled by the internet.
Yeah, I think you are.
If that went out, I probably would be.
You're touching on something that I felt while I was watching this for one of the times I was watching it.
Yep.
And
I only watched this once, for the record.
Okay.
And on a phone screen, because I was traveling for work today. So.
Right. And I'm not the only person that has said this. I've definitely seen people online saying the same thing, and I am kind of two minds about it. I kind of think this trailer makes this movie just look like, it kind of looks like TV, and it doesn't look like a movie as much.
Yeah.
It looks like they just shot more, like they shot the movie the way they would shoot the TV show, because it kind of looks like the TV show.
It looks like the TV show with a couple of enhanced scenes, and you're spot on there.
Clearly, there's a bigger budget there.
Yeah,
clearly, but also the TV show looks pretty great.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For a TV
really
show,
good.
it looks awesome.
It looks awesome. So, like, I think maybe we're a little bit spoiled by just having TV that looks great for the last 20 years or whatever, and now I'm just like, it kind of looks like a TV. I don't know, like, I can't verbalize what I expected it to look like.
No.
But when I saw this, I was like, it just kind of looks like the TV show. Like, there is no different look to it. And why should there be? It's made from the same studio by the same director and writer and all the same crew. And everyone that probably worked on the TV show worked on the movie. So, of course, it looks the same.
Yep.
I guess I kind of wanted them to try to switch things up or make it a little, I don't know, grittier looking or something. I don't know. There was also some, like, the effect of the... this is kind of nitpicky, but also the big scene towards the end of the not the TIE fighter, the AT-AT exploding and falling off the cliff. CGI was not perfect on that. I thought it looked like TV CGI and not like it was clear to me that I was like, this is CGI. It's not mind-blowing CGI that it looks real. You know what I mean? Like, this looks like fake.
It did look great on a phone screen.
Oh, great. Good.
It's not going to help us in the movie theater, but it looked great on a phone screen.
Well, they have like 8 months still. I'm still their shirt.
Yeah.
They're still tweaking stuff. So maybe that'll be fixed, or maybe I won't notice it when I see it in the screen.
If past is precedent, that might not even be in the movie.
That's true. That's true.
So,
but I gotta say, a lot of it looked really good. There's definitely, speaking of CG and practical effects, there's definitely a lot of both of those in this, because there were some. One of the things I loved about this trailer, tons of cool looking new monsters and creatures and stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of those looked like puppets, and some of them looked CGI or CGI enhanced. He's like, shooting at 2 giant like robot guards or something at one point that looked
Yep.
pretty cool. We got a shot of Rada the Hutt, I think
Mhm.
is the name of the Hutt character.
Played by Jeremy Allen White.
Jeremy Allen White from The Bear, yes. Very interesting. We got, is that officially Babu Frick, or is that just another Azalien or whatever his name the species is? I think it's Babu. Is that supposed to be Babu Frick?
I don't know, because didn't they meet a couple other of them
in season 3?
Yes.
Yes.
So it may just be one of them.
Right. That's what I thought too. And if they confirm that it is actually Babu Frick, I will be very happy because I'll take more Babu
Just
Frick.
so you can play your little dude.
I'm looking at him right now. Yeah, he's right over there. I got a little Babu Frick all the time in my basement.
That's great.
I look at him sometimes and I just smile.
I mean,
hey. Best part of that movie, hands down, best part of that movie.
That's probably not true, and I still don't really particularly like it.
You don't like Babu Frick either, Steve?
I know. All of Star Wars fandom now will hate me.
Star Wars is about a lot of things.
Yeah.
You could, there's lots of themes that run through all of those movies and all shows, but one of those things is Star Wars is about cute little
small,
guys.
cute characters. I know.
Cute little guys. From R2-D2 to BB-8 to Baby Yoda and Babu Frick. And Babu Frick is one in a long line of cute little guys. Cannot deny that he fits in the pantheon of cute little guy Star Wars characters.
I won't disagree with that.
Right, you won't. Right, you won't.
Yeah, no. It is confirmed that is not Babu Frick, but it is a different Anzellan.
Okay. So Ellen Ripley is in this movie.
Yes.
Seemingly. Straight up Ellen Ripley.
I mean, you don't
sure
have
that's not gonna be her name.
You don't have Sigourney Weaver in a space movie without her being Ellen Ripley. So
but
she is
she's
Ellen
dressed
Ripley.
in a uniform that looks like her
100%.
uniform from Alien. Which immediately makes me like super happy that she's there.
Yeah.
Like I'm super happy that Sigourney Weaver's in this movie at all. I'm glad that she's not voicing a weird alien, that we get to see her incredible face.
Yep.
And see her incredible acting or whatever she's going to do. But then I was like, wow, I would not be like, I would be surprised, but I'm surprised at how close she is dressed to her character from Alien and Aliens, in a way that I'm fine with. But I'm kind of wondering, seems like maybe it's just because they're meeting at a table, similar to how Din Djarin would meet with Carl Weathers' character.
Yeah.
Seems like maybe she's like a stand-in for
the new
him now that he has passed away, and in real life, not talking about the character. Obviously can't be in this movie. I could be wrong about that. They could be meeting for any number of reasons, but seems like that could be it. What did you think of the title card, like the font and the way that the title card looks? Because it's radically different.
I'm leaning 100% into a classic serial, and it looks more like an Indiana Jones poster and title card than a Star Wars one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You liked it? Okay.
I think I did. I really like the poster. I don't know about the title card.
I love that the poster itself is modeled to look like
it looks like
Indiana
an old
Jones
campy serial
poster.
like
yes. Yeah.
Perfect.
Something about the way the text is on the poster is a little, I don't know, it looks a little thrown together for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've been doing comic book lettering and staring at stuff too long.
Right.
Too many months. But I don't know. I do, in general, like when the title came up on the screen and at the end of the trailer, I was kind of shocked. It's like in green.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, that's new. It's always yellow.
Right.
Or something. It's a bold color. And even like how it says like the word the and the word and were in like a total like almost horror movie kind of font.
I was gonna say
the
like
letters and stuff.
Since we went to the sci-fi dine-in, like I was getting a lot of those like Creature from the Black Lagoon, like old Universal Monster style like vibes from that whole text and whatnot.
And that's like the one part of it that I'm not sure about, because that's like Star Wars, of course, has always been influenced by like old pulpy sci-fi serials and things like that. That's what George Lucas, he wanted to make a Flash Gordon movie and couldn't get the rights, so he wrote Star Wars or whatever. But instead of, it seems almost, it's honestly, it's just the jaggedness of those letters of the font on the and the and that make it almost like too referential to something else other than itself. You know what I mean? Like Star Wars is always like, we are Star Wars. We reference this other style of filmmaking and storytelling, but we're our own thing at the same time. We are part of that, but we're our own thing. And this is almost like the first time Star Wars is referencing almost too directly that it's from that world, kind of. I don't know. Maybe I am definitely overthinking it.
100%.
Definitely overthinking it.
That's what we do, Mike.
Yeah. So I know I guess in general I've gone back and forth on this trailer because the first time I saw it I really liked it, and then I was like, okay, yeah, it's good. Maybe the effects aren't quite what I want them to be. I don't really know what the story is, but there's definitely some cool stuff, and it reminded me that I really liked the Mandalorian show.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a while, and I was like, oh yeah, I like this guy, and I like their adventures. But then I was like, well, do I want a movie? Just another season? I don't know. Like, I guess what I'm preparing myself for is what I kind of thought this was from the beginning, and what I think you were bumping up against for a little bit. Maybe you still are. That like, this might just be like a fun adventure.
Yeah.
With Mandalorian and Grogu, and not tie into anything bigger, not set up anything bigger, not sequelizing anything, not prequelizing anything. It's just like, more or less, maybe it is the idea they had for season 4, just shrunk down into a movie format. And that should be fine. Because I want more Star Wars, and this is more Star Wars, and I get to see it at a movie theater. And why would I complain about that?
And so the way it all came about is the thing that actually gives me more promise.
Yeah.
Like, this came out of nowhere. Like, there was no inkling whatsoever that this was happening. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, it's greenlit and we're making it. We're like,
I know. I think they announced. I think they were already filming it after they announced it. They're like, yeah, we were filming it. It's already being made.
Yeah. So it must have been a good enough idea, or because it wasn't even really right after season 3. It was kind of
it was a while. Yeah.
So that's got me.
Yeah, it was after they had
promise.
Announced 3 other movies that still haven't moved forward at all.
Right.
It was after that announcement at Celebration where they announced the James Mangold and the Rey movie and the Mandoverse movie, Filoni movie,
Oh, yeah.
the Charmito Bay Chinoy thing. So, and we haven't heard anything about those.
Nope.
This was announced afterwards, and we're getting it first.
Oh yeah. So
wild. So, like, how do you feel in general? Like, are you more? Did this trailer work for you as like getting you excited to see the movie, or are you still kind of on the fence?
I think it did. If nothing else, I want to see more live action Zeb, because especially as we got him in the trailer with just him jumping and beating the shit out of someone with a bow rifle. I'm down with seeing more of whatever they've got for him.
Yeah.
I have no idea how he will fit into that whole situation, but
me either. But I think he's like in it. Do you remember me saying a few weeks ago that they released some stills from whatever they showed at D23 or something, and there was a still of like Grogu, Mando, and Zeb like walking side by side, the 3 of them. Like, I mean, I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that he's in it, but like it was kind of like, it looked like a hero shot of the 3 of them like walking down a hallway or something.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is Zeb like the 3rd character in this movie? That would be cool. That'd be really cool.
I mean,
so
on the flip side, that kind of cements more and more of a connection between Din Djarin and the New Republic too.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, Zeb is 100% a starfighter pilot for the New Republic, as we saw in
season 3.
Was it season 3? I was like,
I think it was.
I couldn't remember what iteration of whatever it was. Yeah, because we didn't get him in Ahsoka. We had got him before Ahsoka.
He's like the only Rebels character that we didn't get in Ahsoka. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I'm not going to see that. Nothing's going to stop me from seeing this movie.
No.
For sure. And
They could put out another trailer that's absolute dog shit, and I'm still seeing this opening night.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So and I'm excited that as long as we can I was gonna say as long as my son and I can watch all the 3 seasons of Mandalorian before next summer. But then I realized as I was about to say that nothing is going to keep my son from seeing this movie either. Like he
Right.
doesn't like he wants to see it. So like even if we don't finish that, he's going to be furious if I go see this without him.
Oh yeah, I'll
So-
I'll show my son it in the morning, and I guarantee he'll be like, "So when's it coming out?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"Dude, you gotta wait, buddy. You gotta
Yeah.
wait."
Gotta wait. And we're on a good trajectory to be able to do that because we restarted, not restarted, but we got back into Rebels, my son and I.
Nice.
We're into season 3, moving along. And we watched an episode the last few nights, and every time we end an episode, he like begs to watch another one.
Yeah.
We're like, sorry man, bedtime. But so I think we'll make it because season 3 and season 4 are pretty easy to get through, and then we'll jump into Mando. And then we'll be
is
ready
season
for the
4 really
movie.
easy to get through, Mike?
What's that?
So is season
Oh,
4
no.
really easy to get through?
No, it's harrowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the opposite of
It's-
easy to get through.
It's so good though.
It is.
So good. God.
Oh, I was talking
love all
when
that.
I was at the end of the pod we'll talk about my trip to Galaxy's Edge, but
Oh yeah, that's right.
when I was down there I was talking to someone. They had the Ezra hilt on sale for $99, and I almost came home with it. And
The staple gun one?
no, the new one. Like
Oh.
his remade one that kind of looks like
Yeah.
half a Kanan's, and
Mm-hmm.
like it's I was like, God. Between that and the Skywalker Legacy, and my brain won out over the heart, and I came back with none of them.
Womp, womp.
Yeah. But I was talking to a guy.
None of them.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy about because when I first walked up to they have like the cases of all the lightsabers, and I
Yeah.
just happened to walk up in front of Kanan's, and I looked down, and I'm like, oh, cool, like arguably my favorite Jedi, like.
I know. Yeah.
And
Shit,
somebody
I didn't buy
heard
Kanan's
he heard me say that, and he was like, Rebels fan, huh? I'm like, yep. Got in a conversation with him for a while, and he like we were going back and forth on random like best scenes, and it's just like he was like, what's your favorite scene? I'm like, I have to go with like my favorite Kanan scene has to be
Yeah.
the scene.
I know, man.
But also
I
he brought
know.
up a good point of there was a scene when he was training Sabine.
I
and
love that
that
so
much.
I love that episode.
As soon as
so
he said
much.
that, I was just like, oh God, yeah. That episode was so good.
Part of the reason that Rebels is so good
Yep.
is that there's so much Force stuff. And some of it is just like weird Force stuff that I know I've read that like some people don't like. Some people don't like Bendu or don't like the wolves in season 4. And like
Yeah.
I just love that stuff. I think it's so cool. And but then there's that episode where he's training Sabine to wield the Darksaber.
Yeah.
He talks about like the Force's how you use the Force to wield a lightsaber, and like there's a connection between the blade and the Jedi that's using it, like, and the crystal, and like all this is like it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
so cool. Like I live for that stuff.
Every time I rewatch it too, I come up with something different of like I
Yeah.
didn't remember from the time prior.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Anyway, trailer.
how'd we get to
Mandalorian
that?
Grogu.
Oh, Zeb. That's what it was.
Zeb, maybe I'll be excited to see a story trailer, like maybe a full 2-minute actual trailer for this.
Yeah.
That gives us a little bit of the plot. Because right now it's just gonna be them fighting monsters the whole time. I don't know.
I mean, I'm down for that too, but
I'm not down for that. But are we gonna see cameos from other characters? Because we've certainly got cameos from pretty major characters in the series Mandalorian. So
we did.
Yeah, I mean,
I still-
one.
And it's
Oh, we
God.
also have to. I just realized that my son also has to watch Book of Boba Fett.
My son hasn't watched any of Mandalorian, any of that. So
No, neither is mine.
oh, okay. I was thinking you were saying you guys had been through season 1 or something.
Oh no, I was saying that once we're done with Rebels, we have to start Mandalorian
Yep.
for the movie. But then I was like, oh yeah, also we can't just do those 3. We have to do Book of Boba Fett to see,
or at least a
Mando
couple
and
episodes
Grogu.
of it.
Yeah, ugh. So annoying.
Season 2.5.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Anyway,
Either way, we're getting more Star Wars on the big screen, Mike.
we're getting more Star Wars on the big screen.
Where it belongs.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't know, if I remember to send a text message or 2 this week, maybe you and I can finally get the ball rolling on that other project.
That would be wonderful. Also, Richard is putting money on Palpatine returning. Because why not?
Funny.
Somehow.
Why not? At this point.
He returns.
Man, I just really hope I never see that character again. I'm sorry, Ian McDermott. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you are incredible. You are incredible. Anytime you're asked to do that, you're incredible.
But we do not need more Sheev.
But I am done.
Yeah.
I am done with the Emperor. I'll watch those old movies and love every second of his performance. But I am done with new appearances of Emperor Palpatine. Or Sheev Palpatine. Whatever you want to call him. Senator. Any ranking of Palpatine. Done. For me. What I'm not done with.
Unless it was a prequel that they were going through the Plagueis stuff. Because that
you
novel,
want to do,
and that whole setup, everything that went down around that, if they made a movie about that, and which is partly what I thought the Acolyte was going to head towards.
That's what I was just going to say. You want to give me more seasons of the Acolyte and slowly dig into that storyline and give me a young Palpatine learning the ways of the Force and killing his master or whatever. Yeah.
I'm in for that.
Do that.
Just don't bring him back from the dead again.
No. Or every once in a while he shows up in like Bad Batch. Great.
Yeah.
Right. If it's like in the time period that he is alive, great.
Yeah. If it makes sense for him, sure. Why not?
Sure. But don't just be like, oink.
Yep. You know what does make sense?
Batman?
Yes.
Always makes sense. Never nonsensical, that Batman.
Well, there's been a couple that have been nonsensical.
Absolutely. As soon as I said it, I was like, "Ooh, boy, I could contradict my own words immediately." We got a number of Batman updates in the last. Oh, by the way, we didn't have an episode last week, and we're sorry about that.
Yeah.
Was it you were? Oh, because you were at Disney World.
I was in Disney.
You were actually in Star Wars,
right?
And like you said, we'll talk about that quick at the end.
Yep.
To get an update from you. So I didn't really go back to last week. I didn't hear anything big news-wise. So I'm sorry if we're missing a big story that you want us to talk about. If you want our opinion on something
just
we're not covering from last week, just tell us and we'll talk about it. Or we'll say we don't care.
Right.
We'll say shut up. Go away. Either one. But you won't know what we're going to say until you tell us. But anyway, this week we got some quotes regarding Batman on the big screen. Some from James Gunn and some from Mr. Matt Reeves. James Gunn said recently that the DCU's Brave and the Bold film, which was one of his original announcements on this Chapter 1 of Gods and Monsters, which I feel like so much has changed about that early announcement. Like, is it still called that? Is it still... What's going on?
I mean, he said something about that at some point and still referred to it as Gods and Monsters, so sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, we don't know what his overall idea was in general, so we can't say that it's impossible to still do.
Right.
Just because we're not getting a Authority movie or whatever, But anyway, he said the Brave and the Bold movie was going to be a Batman and Robin movie. He says the film has a really good story. Script still isn't finished. As far as casting goes, because people have been, saying this person for Batman and Alan Richmond for Batman and all this other people. He says he has a number of guys in his head that could play Batman, and that he has talked to at least one, quote, really big star, unquote, about the role, but isn't sure if he will go that way. He says there's a big star out there that wants to play Batman. They've talked about it. Doesn't know what he's going to do. So that's still moving, I guess. Matt Reeves, on the other hand, appeared on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast this week, and of course, was asked about the Batman Part 2 and confirmed that it's still an Elseworlds project. I believe the host said something to him about James Gunn praising him as a writer, and he said that's very kind of James Gunn to say. Of course, we're working with them because they're DC. I mean, we're an Elseworlds project, but we're still under the DC banner, so of course we're working with James. And I guess James Gunn had recently said that he would love to get Matt Reeves to direct a DCU film, a proper DCU film, not just Elseworlds Batman projects. When asked about that quote, Matt Reeves said, "We haven't talked about anything like that. We have had conversations about how things would work in general." What? "Of course, it would be a lot of fun. What I want to do is I want to play out the stories we began and arrive at the conclusion that I hoped we'd arrive at the beginning." So he's saying basically like he wants to finish his Batman story, his Batman saga, whatever he has in mind. That middle line there, "we have had conversations about how things would work in general." That could be widely interpreted. He's likely just talking about how things would work, like
that he's talked to Gunn and Safran about, like,
about how their universes over here and his universe work together in tandem or whatever.
Right.
I don't necessarily think that means they've talked about crossing over. I think I couldn't find it, but I saw a clip of Matt Reeves at like a red carpet something or some kind of premiere or something saying that they did talk about the idea of having Pattinson join, and they decided it wasn't going to really work, and so they're keeping things separate. Like he said again, it has been said that Pattinson's not joining the DCU, so stop worrying about it until it happens. If
I was going to say,
tomorrow they could come
inevitably
out and
that
say
means
it's
it'll happen. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, why bother talking about it? I'm sick of hearing about it. If it happens, it happens, but they're saying it won't. So get used to it. And then he gave a little bit of information about the story of the film, saying the story is designed to deepen Bruce Wayne's character, and that the villain will be directly tied to Bruce Wayne's history, saying, quote, "Picking the right villain that digs into what that does, that sort of goes into his past and his life. That was what drove that discussion. I won't tell you where we ended up, but we're super excited about it. And I will say it's never really been done in a movie before." So he's talking about the villain, direct ties to Bruce Wayne's past, saying it hasn't really been done in a movie before. A lot of fans are thinking that he's talking about the villain Hush from the comics. It's a very famous and well-regarded storyline in Batman from the mid 2000s. Currently, a very divisive and not well received follow-up, Hush 2, going on in Batman comics right now. But let's swipe that to the side. Hush certainly has never been in a movie before. It's a character that does tie directly to Bruce Wayne's childhood friend, spoiler alert, of Bruce Wayne. So I think that would be cool. It would be very different from the original Hush storyline, at least as because we've seen from the Batman and the Penguin, a lot of the main characters from the Hush storyline have not been established. Hush is a storyline that like weaves in and out of Bruce Wayne and Batman's entire life. Superman is a big character in a couple chapters, but there's also fantastical characters like Poison Ivy and Clayface and things like that are involved that I don't think really exist in this very grounded, realistic world that Matt Reeves has set up. So whatever the story, if it was Hush, whatever the story would be drastically different than the comic, but I am okay with that because it's a cool villain and it would be a cool pick for the movie. There is also a reference to the character, a very veiled reference to the character in the Batman. It's like on a news show or something, and they show like a picture of a newspaper with a headline that references the name of the character, the real name of the character. So I don't know. Maybe they're setting that up the whole time. Who knows? No one knows. But I'm just excited about any news about the Batman Part 2 going to start filming soon, I believe. Later this year or early next year. I don't remember. And speaking of DC, going back to the DCU, today, I believe it was today, on social media, James Gunn shared a picture of the front page of the script for the next announced DCU project, Man of Tomorrow. This is a follow-up to the Superman film that comes out in 2027, as we previously discussed. All signs, and actually from James Gunn's mouth, saying that Man of Tomorrow will be a story about Lex Luthor having to team up with Superman in order for the two of them to work together and defeat a larger threat. A lot of speculation over what that larger threat will be, as Steve, you and I discussed a couple weeks ago when this announcement was made. Now, the front page of this script, as posted on social media by James Gunn, reads DC Studios, Man of Tomorrow, written by James Gunn, Superman, created by Jerry Siegel and Joel Shuster, 9/22/25, draft due. Second draft of the script. In between all those words is a picture of a cross section of a human skull, like that you would see in a science textbook or a science whatever. Seemingly, this cross section of the human skull is highlighting the nervous system and the human brain. This is leading a lot of fans, me included, to speculate that this is a tease of the character Brainiac being the main villain of the film. Now, you were nodding, and then you said, "Oh," when I said Brainiac. Were you not? Were you thinking something else?
My brain was going Scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
Psychologist, brain, a lot of things going on here.
Could be. I don't know if he's a big enough villain to cause Superman. One, he's a Batman villain, primarily.
Point.
But two, I don't know that he's big enough.
I also don't know enough DC villains to form these same connections that you would.
That's true. That's true. Brainiac is like Ultron, kind of.
Okay.
Where he's like, he's from space. He's not like a human-made computer algorithm. He's a space robot that sometimes has ties to Krypton. Sometimes he does not. And sometimes he's in a human-looking body, and sometimes he's in a giant, scary robot body.
Right.
But it's kind of the same stuff. Tech-based, hard to stop. Would definitely, and has access to the universe's intelligence. So would definitely take a super genius like Lex Luthor and the power of Superman
combined.
That would combined. Yeah. So a lot of people are thinking Brainiac. Of course, this could just be a tease of Lex Luthor is a super genius, and if he's a big character in the movie, maybe it's somehow having to do with his brain power or whatever. Superman's pretty smart too, so who knows? Who knows? But a lot of people are teasing Brainiac or thinking it's a Brainiac tease. Who knows? Someone that probably does know, unfortunately, David Zaslav, human piece of shit, that is currently in charge of Warner Brothers. And there's been rumors for a long time that this is going to happen. That Warner Brothers may be up for sale, or maybe that Zaslav may be looking to offload Warner Brothers to somebody else. Rumors this past week of both Paramount Studios being interested in buying Warner Brothers, as well as Netflix. I would hate if Netflix bought Warner Brothers. I would hate that.
Yeah.
Netflix is a TV studio; they're not a movie studio. I wouldn't love it if Paramount bought it either, just because of I wouldn't love anybody to buy Warner Brothers for monopoly sake. I don't. It's good.
You don't cross the streams.
You don't cross the streams, and Paramount already owns CBS, and then they would own CBS and whatever. I think there's news stations that are owned by Warner Brothers Discovery. It's too much. Just be separate companies, please.
Yeah.
Selfishly, obviously, there's a lot of people are against monopolies. A lot of people are against monopolies in general. I'm one of them, and that's all true. The selfish and nerdy part of me is just screaming. If anyone buys Warner Brothers, just please leave James Gunn alone. Please leave DC Studios alone. Please. They're finally up and running. We're finally getting some good stuff. Please, 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 for the love of God, let him cook.
Yeah. Richard mentioned Sony wanted to buy them too. Yeah, I think at this point
Yes.
everybody wanted to buy Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I think Warner Brothers was courting Sony for a while, and
Yeah.
I don't think that went through. But
Speaking of Sony,
speaking of Sony, Tom Holland making a Spider-Man movie. They hit a big
Not
old
right
pause
now.
button on the production of that movie. Not right now. He's not making one because he was injured the other day on the set of Spider-Man: Brave New World. While filming a stunt, there was some kind of mishap. Stunt was gone wrong, and Holland had to be rushed to the hospital to be examined for a possible concussion. Now, I've read stories that said it was a possible concussion. I've read stories that say he suffered a concussion. But either way, he was examined at the hospital. He was not admitted.
Right.
And even later that day, he attended like a charity event with Zendaya.
Yeah.
So he's okay. He's not in critical condition.
Right.
But production of the film has been paused out of precaution, although I just read an article right before we went to record that say that the production is going to resume next week because apparently he's totally fine, which is good. Thank God.
Yeah.
But he's okay.
As someone who's suffered 6 to 7 of those, yeah.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah. Welcome to football, my friend.
Wow.
Really, really don't do that. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Don't
It really is.
have your kids not do that, please.
Well, yeah.
It has wrecked my body.
It doesn't even have to be that. My sister had a concussion 10 years ago, and her life has never.
Yeah.
Like she's drastically changed the way that she lives and operates and
Oh yeah.
everything.
No, they can be wicked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean you can be anywhere from admitted to the hospital if they're that bad to feel like you're completely fine but not be completely fine. So
yeah, absolutely.
go when you get hit in the noggin, go get it checked out, kids.
Yeah, be careful. Although I gotta say, one, I'm very glad he's okay.
Yeah.
If he wasn't, I wouldn't say this. I'm glad that he's doing his own stunts, I guess.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I love that they're doing practical stunts enough for him to risk getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like I don't, you know, just for the movie's sake, I don't want anyone to get hurt, obviously. But
no, I know what you mean.
The fact that they're really digging into practicality, it seems like, is just more excitement for me, from me for this movie. Real sets, real stunts, real stuff, you know. So that's good, and I'm glad he's okay, of course. And I'm very excited to see this movie. We'll see how it comes out.
You know what else I would be very excited about? There's a couple of quick hits I want to bring up.
Bring it.
I don't know if you saw Fede Alvarez will not be directing the next Alien Romulus sequel.
I did see that.
And did you see he actually had an interview saying why?
I don't. Maybe I might have, but I don't remember.
It was literally, well, everybody comes in and does just one, so I'm going to come in and do just one. Like
except for
I wish we could write it, but you know,
I think he did write it. I think he is writing it.
Right, but he was like, that's what we were looking for. Was we knew we weren't going to direct another one, but at least we could do that so they don't kill off their characters.
Exactly. I think they're using the same character, Rain, I believe, is going to continue, and so they wanted to tell her story, so they wrote it. He and his partner wrote it, but he wasn't going to direct it, and that's true. You know, with the Alien franchise, the only person that's done more than one is Ridley Scott, who is the one that did the first one. So I guess I feel like he could probably do as many as he wants. But other than that, you do one and you hand the baton to somebody else. And, you know, from Ridley Scott to James Cameron to David Fincher, there's a pretty good pedigree for directors doing Alien films. So, you know, hopefully they get somebody that can crush it, and I'll be ready to go.
100%. The other... Did you see Toxie?
I didn't. I heard it was really great. I want to see it.
My wife wants to go see it, or wants to see it. Like there's no going to see it anymore. But
I think it's really, really gory and disgusting.
I know.
Just so she knows. Okay.
I warned her about that, but she was just like, Peter Dinklage as a superhero, I'm in. And with Kevin Bacon and Elijah Wood, yes. I'm like,
I do not think she's going to like it.
I don't either.
I do not think she's going to like it.
This is the woman who did not like Jaws. So.
Right. Yeah.
I'm thinking it's probably not going to work well, but we're going to give it a shot, I guess.
Who knows? I will definitely watch it when I can. I think it was one of those things. It was not in theaters very long.
No, it was not
here, and it was just at a time when I just could not
Yep.
I could not get out to see it even more. So I'll definitely see that when I am able to, when it's on streaming or whatever. I also sadly missed. I was literally really planning to go see the Red Sonja movie, and I didn't see it playing at all around here.
I didn't see
I
it
looked
listed
for it,
anywhere.
and I wanted to see it, and I would still like to watch it when it's on streaming or whatever, whenever that may be. And I don't think it's going to be great, but I still would like to see a Red Sonja movie. So that's my plan. That's my plan.
And the last thing I saw from last week that we, I'm sure there's plenty more that we didn't hit, but did you see that the Wolverine game got confirmed as a 2026 game?
No, really?
From Insomniac. Yep.
Oh boy, that's exciting. I did not see anything about that.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
So yeah, I'm quite happy about that.
Me too. Did you see? I meant to send this to you, and I never did. You know how they're doing the Batman Deadpool crossovers?
Yeah.
And they're doing like some other Elseworld stuff. I think this is legit. There's going to be a couple new amalgam characters.
Okay.
You heard that?
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that was
Logan and Lobo combined. Yep. What a great pairing.
Oh, I mean,
a great name.
Yeah.
Writes itself, really.
Yeah.
So great.
No, I saw that and I was like, that's like
pretty spot on.
If you're gonna mash it up, like you might as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cosmic Wolverine, I'm sure it's been done. Or if it hasn't, why not?
Why not? Do you have a comic book to review this week? I do not.
No, but I did read a couple things, including the X-Men. Oh God, what's the new Age of Apocalypse? What are they calling Doug?
Oh.
Age of Revelation.
Okay,
because Doug Ramsey took over as the heir to Apocalypse. So this is now, and his code name is Revelation. So Age of Revelation is, this new line coming up. The Zero issue was really good, and I actually only picked it up to hopefully read it and not have to continue reading it. Which is going to sound weird, but it's true. Like, you ever do that where you're like, oh yeah, have you ever picked up like a Batman title and been like, you know what? I kind of hope this isn't good so I don't have to pull it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I read it and I was like, God damn it.
That's funny.
So last week I thinned my pull down to just a couple of books, but it's going to be back on it.
Yeah. In the last 2 weeks, I finally got caught up on Absolute Martian Manhunter. And what a banger that book is. God damn it. So good.
That creative team is absolutely killing it.
Javier Rodriguez, man.
Yeah.
Just crushing that art. Just incredible. Wild stuff.
I mean, Denny Camp is just all over the place doing killer things, though.
Yeah.
Like, his Ultimates run has been awesome. Like, he's on this. Like, he's just writing killer stuff.
Just lighting himself on fire every time he starts typing. Crushing it. Both those, like you said, both those guys are on fire. This week, at your local comic book store, you may find the following books: Absolute Wonder Woman, number 12. All New Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, number 2. Battle World, number 1. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring, number 3. Black Cat, number 2. Catwoman, number 79. Daredevil, 25. DC vs. Vampires, World War V, number 12. Death of the Silver Surfer, number 4. Emma Frost, the White Queen, number 4. The Flash, number 25. Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, number 3. Green Arrow, 28. Green Lantern, 27. Harley Quinn, 54. Justice League Unlimited, number 11. The Mortal Thor, number 2. Mr. Terrific Year 1, number 5. New History of the DC Universe, number 3. Spider-Girl, number 4. Spider-Man and Wolverine, number 5. Star Wars, number 6. Storm, number 12. Superman, number 30. Superman Unlimited, number 5. The Thing, number 5. Ultimate Spider-Man, number 21. Universal Monsters, The Invisible Man, number 2. Vampirella, number 5. Venom, Black, White, and Blood, number 2. Void Rivals, number 23. Wonder Woman, 25. And X-Men, 22. Lots of cool books, lots of big titles this week. Steve, what are you laughing at?
You said Universal Monsters Invisible Man #2.
Yeah.
And in my head, I said, oh, I didn't see #1 come out.
See anything.
Yeah. And then I realized what I just did, and I'm like, oh, God, I hate myself. No, I don't know. I heard The Mortal Thor was really good.
Oh, yeah?
I did not read the #1. I can't remember who told me it was good. In my brain, it was somebody I trusted, so we're going to go with it.
Cool.
Anything on your list? Because for me, I think it's like I'm going to grab Spidey and Wolverine because I have 1 through 4, so I might as well round it out. And Ultimate Spider-Man, but other than that, there's nothing jumping at me here.
Yeah, nothing's on my poll this week. I did get the second issue of New History of the DC Universe. I got it because there was a cool Black Canary variant. But I read it and I was like, oh, this is cool. So maybe I'll pick up #3.
Right.
You know, just kind of retelling of the lore, how everything came together. This might be a hot take. It's not as hot as you're not liking Grogu. That's the hottest of all takes.
Actually, Richard said you would have gotten canceled for something in the chat. I just see.
Oh, what did I
I don't know, Richard. If you're still around, what was Mike canceled for?
What did I say?
But
I don't remember.
There's a time delay. It'll be a minute before he gets back to us.
Yeah. They got to pick a name for Spider-Gwen. Either call her Spider-Gwen, call her Ghost Spider, or call her Spider-Woman. She's going by 3 different names. Pick one. There's too many names. I can't have 3 different, like, you know what I mean? Pick one. And it's weird to call her Spider-Gwen, the title of the book be Spider-Gwen, and then have her superhero name be a different name in the book. That's confusing. But you can't, in her reality, she can't go by Spider-Gwen, because then they'll know what her name is.
And she's also
just call her Ghost Spider.
And there's also an ongoing Spider-Girl that is not not Gwen Stacy.
I know.
Yeah.
So either call her Spider-Woman, give her that title, or Spider-Girl, or whatever, or call her just go with Ghost Spider.
Right.
Just go with Ghost Spider, I say.
Which is what
Ghost
they
Spider.
use in the Spidey and His Amazing Friends.
Yeah.
So just run with it.
But it's not what they use in the Spider-Verse movies. She's Spider-Woman, right? I'm Spider-Woman, she says. When she's like, let's go through it one more time. She tells her origin story.
Yeah. Which she's not
Spider.
actually a Spider-Woman. Like the most recent Spider-Woman was Jessica Drew?
No, I'm saying in the Into the Spider-Verse movies, she goes by Spider-Woman.
Right, but
So,
nowhere else.
Probably how
nowhere else is she portrays that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why it's confusing.
Yeah.
I think that's why she has like 3 different names people know her by. But you just got to call her Ghost Spider.
Yeah, go with something.
Just pick a name. All new Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider. That's too much.
Hey, at least there wasn't a colon in there.
That's true. There might have been.
Probably.
I didn't write the colon down. I don't know.
Mr. Terrific Year 1, I probably would like to grab in trade because that started before Superman came out. And then I saw that and I was like, holy shit, I love this character.
Yeah, great.
Also, you got canceled for Tom Holland.
What did I say about Tom Holland?
I think that you were happy he got injured.
I was not I thought I made that pretty clear. I don't want anyone to get hurt.
You did.
But I'm happy that they're doing practical effects in a way that could be dangerous. Okay, fine. Cancel me. Fine. Cancel.
Fair enough.
So Steve, before we end the podcast, tell us about your recent trip to Black Spire Outpost on the remote planet of Batu.
I was at Black Spire Outpost on the remote planet of Batu.
Yeah? Did anything exciting happen while you were there?
No.
You didn't buy a lightsaber.
I did not buy a lightsaber. No, if anyone has not been to Galaxy's Edge and is a Star Wars fan of remotely, well, I guess if you're enough of a Star Wars fan to listen to this podcast, because we talk about a shit ton of Star Wars, you will appreciate every little bit of going to Galaxy's Edge at either of the Star Wars locations. The theming on it is just like, last time I went, it was with my son when he was 6, and it was very much me looking after him. Of like, is he having a good time? Is everything like? Is he understanding what's happening? Is he doing this? Like, watching, like, one of the first things we did was go on Rise of the Resistance, and the first time, like 2 years ago when we went, I wasn't able to see that ride for what it is because I was paying attention to my son, like, you know, a parent would,
ensuring his enjoyment of it.
right? I'm like, oh, is he
whatever,
all right? Do I have to lift him up so he can see something? What do I do? Like, there was no immersion for me.
Yeah.
This time I went in and it was just like, oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I'm inside Star Wars
right
now. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm
Best.
in a Star Destroyer with, like, I'm in a hangar bay and there's a squadron of stormtroopers in front of me. And I'm just like, holy
Giant
shit.
Fucking TIE fighter up
Right.
there. Oh my God.
I was like,
best.
dude, it's a Special Forces TIE fighter. He's like, oh my God. Like, even the recognition of my son at this point was
Sure.
like the cue, the like, Ray and BB-8 talk to you, and
Yeah, man.
you end
That's
up in
so
a
cool.
shuttle with Nyan Num flying you.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is okay, this is just immersive and cool, and the ride itself is fun, and it's so well done.
So well done.
But the Galaxy's Edge in general, you know, they've got life-size A-Wings and X-Wings sitting around. They've got a full-size Kylo Ren's shuttle just chilling. The theming on it, the way everything is built just feels Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know,
and you got to be there at night this time. You said you had never been there at night before?
I had never been there at night.
It's so great. It's incredible at night.
It was a whole different ballgame. We ended up, my son was dying after dinner, and my wife basically gave me the pass because we had an 8 o'clock Oga's reservation at Oga's Cantina. So if anyone doesn't know, Oga's Cantina is the bar at Star Wars, the Cantina. It's basically, it's not like the Mos Eisley Cantina. It's just
it's not a replica of Mos Eisley, but it's
a cantina themed area
very in the same vein.
Like you're sidling up to the bar and you look behind it and there's all sorts of weird shit going on, and it is my favorite place on planet Earth. Is the cantina at Star Wars Land. It is absolutely my happy place. Absolutely. And my wife won Wife of the Year because she was like, oh, Sebastian needs to crash. You can stay here until our reservation and just walk around Galaxy's Edge at night.
Yeah.
And
kill to do that.
Go to the cantina and just walk up to the bar and, like, ask Wurr for a drink. And I'm just sitting there like, are you sure? You trust me to do this? Okay.
And you still didn't. You were by yourself, and you still didn't buy a lightsaber.
There was no
family being
Ondar's.
like, you do not need to spend that amount of money on a lightsaber.
Right.
And you still didn't buy one.
I went into Doc Ondar's twice, once before Oga's and once after Oga's, and I was like, I can't do this.
When I was there the first time, and I came home with several lightsabers. Two of them built by my son and I, and two of them legacy sabers.
Yeah.
I stared at that legacy case for so long. Like, my wife was like, you
have
need
a
to
problem.
make a decision.
Yes.
Nah. I was like, but can I see this one? Can I see that? I was like, I just could not make.
You just want to feel them and like.
Yeah. It's
do
great.
you?
I'm so excited.
You know how the Hulk has his secret that he's always angry?
Yeah.
Do you know the secret as to why I didn't actually come back with one?
Why?
Because there's no place on the wall for me to put it.
Yeah.
I literally.
You find one.
I went through it. I was like, I don't have, like, there's no place I can display it. So why would I why would I get it if I can't display it? And I'm like,
Oh, you can always find another spot for a lightsaber.
I know, but that was the only thing that kept me from buying it. Was like,
Yeah.
there's no place to put it, so
Yeah.
like, I don't want to spend the money to not display it.
We are going to my family. We're going to California.
Yeah.
In November, and we're going to Disneyland for a day, which means I'm going to the Disneyland version of Galaxy's Edge. And I've heard it's mostly the same. I have heard it's not as like the Florida one. It's built in a way where when you are there, you cannot see or hear anything else that's happening in the park. I've heard that the California one is not that way.
And like
maybe it's like a roller coaster going by or something. Like I don't know what the difference is. Maybe you can see another ride over the tower or over the hill or whatever.
Yeah, like the Florida one is right next to Toy Story Land, and like a direct connection on the other entrance is a direct connection to like where Muppets 4D used to be.
Yeah, or like the stunt show isn't far from where the Indiana Jones stunt show. Yeah,
the way they did it was as soon as you walk under that archway, like you don't see, like you are in Batu.
Yeah, it's the greatest. It's the greatest. So I'm excited to see the California version, and I am a little nervous about the amount of money I will spend because it's very hard for me not to buy everything that I see when I'm there. I came home with a goddamn Babu Frick last time I was there.
It took everything I could. Well, now to be fair, I did come back with the Yub Nub Cup. So anyone who's a YouTube watcher of the podcast, the Star Wars cup that Mike has, that is from Galaxy's Edge. I now have my own version of that because it's a goddamn cool cup.
Yep. If they have a different one, I will probably buy that as well.
If they have a different one, I will probably pay for Rachel's drink so that you bring another one back.
Yeah. Okay. We can make that deal. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else. My wife certainly does not. I don't need another lightsaber. My wife certainly does not want me to buy another lightsaber. Although, when you mentioned you saw Kanan's, I was like, I might have to buy another lightsaber.
I had Kanan's in front of me, Ezra's on sale, and the Skywalker Legacy one staring at me, and I'm like, God.
I mean, I've got the Skywalker one. I'm looking at it right now. I've got it right over there on my wall, and Kanan's would look pretty good next to it.
It would. It'd look great, Mike.
That's all I'm saying. I'll see. See what I can do or what.
Oh, other note on the Star Wars end of Hollywood Studios, Star Tours is still the most underrated ride in that goddamn park.
I don't understand why no one. Star Tours, the line is always so
you
short.
Could just lap the thing, and it's
like,
cool every time.
Just because it's removed from Star Wars land enough that it's not. But like, it's so great.
Yeah.
It's so great.
No idea.
Yeah, I'm excited to do that again too.
Oh yeah. So, and maybe you'll get some new planets this time, Mike.
Yeah, maybe instead of the same 3 in a row. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll report back. I'm not going till November, so we got some time. But until then, neither Steve or I are caught up on Peacemaker, and Steve's not caught up on Alien Earth, and I am caught up on Alien Earth, but I'm still kind of down on it. I like that one episode, but like, it's just not it's not about the xenomorph enough. Like, the xenomorph is like such a minor character in this show, and it's just not enough for me. I don't know.
So they're trying to build the world more than just the make an alien.
I guess like I appreciate it, but I would have rather seen this done in a movie versus stretching it out over however many episodes of a show. There's just so many characters, and like I really love the eyeball monster. Like I think that's really great, but it's been stuck in a sheep for like 3 episodes, and I'm like, are you gonna do anything else, or are you just?
I was gonna say because I still have seen it stuck in a sheep.
Yeah, it's still in the sheep.
Like that's the last time I saw it. So
yeah,
and I'm like 2 or 3 episodes behind, so I'm with you.
Yeah, you want to give me an eyeball monster spinoff? Great, I'll watch the hell out of that. But like, come on, man. Actually, like the episode 5 was like the flashback. That was great. Episode 6, or maybe I can't remember if it was one before that or one after that. That was pretty good because there was like some monstery, scary stuff in that one.
Right.
And there was in this most recent one too. There was more some alien stuff, but
and there's only what,
I don't know.
1 or 2 more episodes?
I don't think there's. It's only. I think there's only 1 or 2. I'm not sure how many there are total. But we'll see. And hopefully I'll get to Peacemaker soon. I probably would have watched it. I probably would have watched it tonight if we weren't podcasting, but we're podcasting, so hopefully it's smart.
Yeah, that was.
We shall see.
If my wife was home, I probably would have grabbed it either tonight. So
Yeah.
we might grab it tomorrow or Wednesday. So we'll see if I'll see if we can get caught up before
Cool.
next week.
Yeah, we should be able to. But other than that, that's all I got. You got anything else?
No, looks good for me. We already plugged everything before, so I don't even know what to
We
do
sure
at this
did.
point.
We can remind them.
Yeah, feel free
Remind
if
the
you
people.
came in late and didn't hear my early plug for the first time in 2.5 years. 3.5 years. However the hell long we've been doing this. What's that?
That's about right. I think 3.5 years.
Yeah, that sounds close to it. Multiple hundreds of episodes ago. Feel free to like and subscribe and check us out on your podcatcher of choice. Leave a review if you could. Any positive reviews are much appreciated. Negative reviews, leave them for the social media. Like, yell at us. We don't care. Engagement's engagement.
Yeah.
Just don't do it
You
on
want to yell at Steve about how he hates Grogu?
Yeah.
Feel free to just yell at him like crazy.
or Mike on how he wants Tom Holland to be hurt. Like, it's
I
fine.
hope Tom Holland dies and Steve wants to punch Grogu in the face.
Yeah, that's how the multiverse report rolls.
Those two things are equivalent.
Jesus,
Right?
it was
A fictional
Richard-
character versus a
Richard,
real
do
life
not
person.
clip that. Oh,
I do not
God.
hope Tom Holland dies. I love Tom Holland. He's great as Spider-Man.
As is Grogu, but he still
Keep living.
bothers me. So,
Mm.
yeah, no,
But
that's.
you don't have a problem when Grogu is just like being carried, right? You just don't like how he looks when he walks.
I just don't. Yeah, there's something awkward
Here's
about.
what. Okay, I'm gonna end this podcast talking about the first thing we talked about, which is the
Coming
trailer
full
for
circle,
Mandalorian
baby.
and Grogu. Because you just reminded me of a thing that I wanted to say then. I'm saying now. One thing I really hope this movie does, because I was kind of getting tired of it not happening in seasons 1 through 3 of The Mandalorian or in the Book of Boba Fett. I want this movie, Mandalorian and Grogu, to somehow, in some way, advance the character of Grogu in some way. Give me some
Yes.
character development.
I actually meant to bring that up when I was complaining about Grogu, but
So did I. You complaining about it made me think of that.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe he talks. Maybe he says something and it all breaks our hearts or whatever. Or he becomes stronger in the Force, or he learns something. We learn more about him in some way. I need this to further the character of Grogu. That's it, in some way. And I kind of would be shocked if that wasn't part of the crux of this film, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If it's not, it's not. If it's
Well-
just going to be like, nope, they're these two characters. They're set in stone forever. This is who they are. They're never going to progress and that they're just going to go on adventures. That's a different thing. And if you're telling me that, then I'll take that. But I would love some character growth.
yeah, especially for the only other, like, one of 3 members of this species that we've loved since 1981.
Yeah.
1980. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was negative 4 years old, so I apologize in advance. They got to do something with them.
They got to do something. I don't want to know the name of the species.
No.
I don't want to know their home planet. Like,
I just
all
want
that stuff. is
Grogu to not
sacred.
be Baby Yoda anymore and be Grogu.
Yeah. Like, George Lucas said, we're never going to learn where Yoda's from or the species name. Like, great. Keep that secret safe. Fine.
Keep
But,
it
like,
secret. Keep it safe.
Exactly. Something's got to progress. Something's got to progress with Grogu.
Yeah.
So, in what way, I don't know, but something's got to happen. So, that's what I say. And until then, we'll still be here giving you weekly recaps of nerdy news, unless we take a week off because we can't.
Right.
But for now, as the two suns set over the burnt corpses of Owen and Beru Lars, we say thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the multiverse.